Hey guys, Ryan here from Cold Harbor Supply. Today we are at the Holosun booth with Adam, and we're going to be talking about specifically their night vision related products because they have a lot coming out this year. And I've said this many times, but Holosun is absolutely crushing it when it comes to making some really user-oriented accessory, especially for all you NV guys out there. So Adam, I'm going to let you take it away with what we got on the table.
I'll give you that $5 later for all those nice words.
Thanks.
So.
Try my best.
He was cheap, man. $5 does everything nice now. So what we have here is, for comparison, we have our Ames Max and we have our Ames Pro. What we have new this year is going to be our Ames Evo, which is this guy right here. It's a slightly larger version than the Ames Pro by about 30%, but it's a little bit smaller than the Ames Max. Do that nice happy medium. Now, there's also the Ames Evo Dual. What that gives you is, you can see there's a cutout right here in that screen. There's a IR laser and a visible laser built in. The adjustments are through the reticle, and you have a pressure pad through a crane switch on the side, and there is a CR123A battery located in the side. Still the cross bolt design, it's a nice sturdy grip on the gun as well. And then for those of you like Ryan who like the finer things in life, maybe you like more of a T2 style footprint, that's where we have the Aeroe Evo, and that's going to be the Aeroe Evo Dual now as well, with an IR laser and visible laser in the front as well. Now, I know what you're thinking, I've got an IR laser, I have a visible laser, but what if I need something like a flashlight that somehow the world can't see unless they have night vision? Well, that's an IR illuminator, and we have that guy right here with the new Iris Arc. And the Iris Arc is a IR illuminator only. It has a scout mounting system, kind of industry standard. Mm-hmm. And the cool thing is it has anywhere from a 3-degree to a 40-degree area of throw. 3-degree at 25 yards or so being about the shoulder width, and then 40 being just a massive flood. Gives you a lot of options, allows you to have your, maybe your PVS 14, your PVS 31s, or the cool guys with quads. I'm too poor for that. But if you have that, you have the ability to have everything kind of in one. And what I see as a really big benefit for this is you're running a MP5, a subgun, a Tavor. I love my bullpups. You have limited rail space, and maybe the Iris is a little bit too much to have on there, our Iris unit. You can kind of mount these separately. And if you're Leo or military, one nice thing is you're no longer using your gun as a pointing instrument as an IR illuminator. You could have this as a standalone, it's almost like a flashlight. And it gives you a lot of options with that. Just depending on your use and what you're doing with those things.
So just a few questions when it comes to these three products specifically. First off, you guys make some of the best, honestly, nowadays, some of the best night vision optics that I've used. You guys have really improved on the light transmission, which was something that your older optics weren't as optimized as these newer ones. These newer ones are absolutely crushing in that regard as well. With these guys, what is the height of the mount that's going to come with the Optic? Because I tried these guys out at your range event last night, and there was like a little bit of splash on the hand when you're using it.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of wondering that for our customers out there.
Yeah, so one thing that I looked at, so I'm in Ohio, guys. I wear gloves because I left there and it was 8 degrees out and it was like 2.5 feet of snow. So I always have gloves on. We're looking at having a riser for both these, taking about 193,
that's perfect.
maybe a little bit higher. I'd love to take a 226 as well, possibly. But that 193 should clear everything. And then obviously it gives you the pressure pad, maybe some room for gloves as well. And we're looking at those different things. Now the hope is, because obviously we're in those final design phases, this will remain a T2 is my hope. That T2 gives you all the options. There's a T2 for every height imaginable. There's skyscrapers to low pro. The Ames has its own footprint, which means you'd have some kind of a riser in between, or you'd have a riser from the rail to that, depending on what you do. And obviously this comes down to your own user preference, what you want, how you have everything seated. But yeah, we're hopefully going to have 2 different heights in the box straight out when you buy it.
Amazing. So it's already ready to go, and it comes with a pressure switch as well out of the box?
Yep, you'll have a crane switch, and then obviously everything else features crane as well, so you can kind of interchange those as well. But obviously, crane's kind of that industry standard of like, it's easy, it's hard not to find a crane switch, right? Everybody's got them.
Yeah, and the crane switches honestly come out of these boxes I found are pretty decent. Another question about these mounts is, so these lasers are all co-aligned, right? So if you zero your reticle, it zeroes all the lasers and everything like that at once. That's makes things a lot easier. And also to add, does this guy use the same Ames footprint as the Ames over here? Because I know there's a lot of companies that are already making Ames mounts, so I'm just wondering if people can use the, I don't know, if you get like a Reptilia mount or something like that for their Ames, is that possible?
So these have their own mount because of how wide they are.
I see.
You can kind of see on there, it's the significant difference on the two. What I would love to see, and this is not necessarily my field, is almost like a compatibility device where you could shrink it down a little bit. But again, it also would probably look a little silly to have something as small as that on the bottom of there.
Yeah, it's like a mailbox.
Right.
Yeah.
And everyone wants to look cool, right? I mean, whatever you're doing out in the woods or in your house, you want to look cool no matter what.
Sure. And I did try this guy out last night as well at the Holosun in-range event, and honestly, this thing was shocking in the versatility of the focus. Because a lot of times you get like a device that's either really narrow and it doesn't go wide enough, or you get one that's really wide and didn't go narrow enough. And this one really feels like it fills the niche of, it's kind of weird just calling it a niche, but the niche of actual usable range. So this thing's great. Is this head removable, and is it compatible with like other 300 style bodies?
So it'll be the Scout mount. I'd have to go over with what the head looks like to still those final development phases.
Okay.
But we get that information as well.
Okay, so that is to be determined.
Yeah.
And this guy's also compatible with the crane switch as well, right?
Yep. So we've got that in the back. You also have the pressure pad as well. Like I mentioned, for some, especially like my Leo military friends, when we talk about that, they would love nothing more than if they have their nods on to be able to have like a flashlight where you're not pointing the gun when you use the illuminator. Because obviously, if you're doing certain things, you don't want your gun just constantly covering everything.
Oh, yeah. That's a really good point.
There's a lot of different use variables for that.
And it's similar to the Iris, where it has this like really slidey throw. That's been super popular.
Yeah, for those that do wear gloves like myself, it's tactile enough where you know what you're doing, but it's not easy enough where you're just like actually going from 3 to 40. You know, it's a very tactile, like clicky feel to it without being super clicky sound.
I can feel the detents in each little one.
Yes, yeah.
All right, so what is going to be the release date and the MSRP of these guys?
My usual joke is if we say a Holosun March, it's not a calendar March.
Right.
But, we're looking at by the end of the year, hopefully rolling out a lot of different things. With all the different SKUs, it'll be kind of like seeing which one fits into that release schedule. Because for those that don't know, we have a lot of new pistol optics, and we have some other things as well. So hopefully by the end of the year, most things will be coming out. But again, as I joke, Holosun March is not an actual calendar March.
All right, well, we are super looking forward to these, and you can expect these on the shop as soon as they come out, basically. And I'm actually pretty excited about this ARC device over here. Yeah. This thing is a pretty killer thing, and I think it'll be a really great option, especially as a replacement for a lot of legacy LED-style IR illuminators. This is a V-cell-based illuminator, so you're getting that nice, really clean, punchy beam and a lower signature in the front. So thanks so much, Adam, and appreciate talking to you about Holosun's awesome new night vision-related products.
Stay tuned to Cold Harbor Supply for more from SHOT Show 2026.
Awesome. Thanks, dude.
Yep.